Hello friends, welcome to Rick's Garage. Today I'm very excited. My lift stands were just delivered. I had been waiting a number of weeks for them to arrive. This is going to be an unsponsored review. I am no way associated with this Myliftstand Incorporated, nor did I receive any sort of promotional fee. I paid for these lift stands just like you would should you decide to order them. The manufacturer has been making these devices for about 10 years now. The company is indeed on the level. The manufacturer chooses not to advertise the price, so I'm going to respect that and not give it away. The only thing I'll say is they are a bit pricey, but I don't think it's unreasonable for what you're getting. The customer for these lift stands would be somebody like myself. I consider myself to be an automotive enthusiast. I'm a non-professional with a pretty serious shop at home. However, I was an automotive mechanic in my younger years, but now I'm semi-retired. Before we get too far into the review, I want to talk a little bit about the ordering process. The way you place the order is you email Myliftstand Incorporated. You can find the email address on their website. You will hear from them within about 24 hours and they will ask you for your zip code. This is so that they can quote you a price with the shipping cost. If you want to save a little time when you first email them, give them your zip code. Once they receive your email and have your zip code, they will send you a PayPal invoice with the cost of the lift stands plus the shipping costs. In my case, from the click of the mouse to place the order to them arriving at my doorstep was 38 days. However, they did keep me updated with occasional emails advising me of the progress of my order. Okay, having taken it out of the box, the first thing I noticed, there were a couple of sheets of paper, one safety instructions, the other one's operating instructions. I ordered 4 of these. You have to order them at least in pairs. It comes with the Myliftstand email address on the front. Has the weight rating right here. It looks like the has a nice powder coat finish. The welds look very professional, so it really looks well made. It's got these spring-loaded locking pins that's very easy to manipulate. As you can see, it has a recessed area here. This is where your tire goes, and it would be very difficult for the tire to slip out or to fall off of these. I know one of the concerns was when I was looking in to buy it, in the comment section somebody thought that the car could easily roll off of these. That's not the case. There's a pretty good step here that would take a lot of force. The instructions say you're supposed to set the parking brake. All in all, it looks like a pretty good device. Now, if you turn the lift stand on its side, you can see underneath where you place the jack, there's a non-slip pad here. That's a pretty good idea. That's for where your jack comes in contact, and it'll help prevent the jack from slipping out of place. Okay, friends, let's put these lift stands to the test. I've got some work to do on this Chrysler. First of all, I want to apologize. There's a damn cricket in this garage. I'm sure you can hear it. It's been driving me crazy for days. As you can see off camera, I went ahead and placed a lift stand beside each wheel. The very first thing we're going to do is set the parking brake as per the manufacturer's instructions. Most modern cars today have unitized bodies. There are these jacking points as designated in the owner's manual called reinforced pinch welds. If you look under the rocker panel, you'll see little notched out areas. These are the safe jacking points on any vehicle. As you can see, I've placed the jack under one of those pinch welds I just talked about. By the way, I'm going to talk about them a little bit more later in the video. Once you've got the car up high enough, you go ahead and slide the lift stand under the front wheel and lower it. I'm going to go ahead and do the other 3 wheels off camera. You may notice I have more than one jack. You really only need one. I brought out one of my ramps to show you that at this point, even before we finished fully extending the lift stands, we're not at a bad working height. It's actually about an inch higher than a normal ramp would be. Now that we've got the lift stands under all four wheels, we're returning to the first wheel. This will be the right front of the car, and we're going to reposition the jack under the lift stand so we can extend it to its full working height. The first thing we're going to do is position the locking pins. When we get to the correct height, the locking pins will automatically click in. There, you just heard the pins click in, and now we can go one by one to the other wheels. I'll do that off camera. Friends, I apologize for the handheld camera, but I want to do a little walk around. I want to show you how impressive this is. Now that I've finished jacking all the lift stands up to their full operating height, I want you to see how much room you actually have to work under this vehicle and how safe it is. I've got a little job to do, and I'm going to be under there, and short of an earthquake, this thing is not coming down. It's very, very impressive. I measured from the floor pan to the floor, and I've got about 24 inches under that car to work. I don't believe I've talked as of yet about the weight rating for each one of these lift stands. Each one is rated at 1 full ton. That's 2,000 pounds. Collectively, they can lift an 8,000 pound vehicle. That's fine for most automobiles of today and light pickup trucks. One of the negative comments I read about these was that they're only good if you have to work under the vehicle. They're of no use if you have to take the wheel off. Well, that's actually not the case. As you can see, I brought out one of my jack stands. Now, I said earlier I wanted to talk a little bit more about those jacking points, those pinch welds. The reason is, that is a safe place to jack the vehicle. If you have your jack there, there's really no good place to put one of your jack stands. With the lift stand under the wheel, I can jack the vehicle up, place a jack stand under its safe jacking point, and then lower the lift stand, and thereby have access to the wheel. And this was the main selling point that I thought, and the reason I bought them was that we could safely place the jack stand under the proper jacking position and not have to worry about damaging anything. If the only place that I could see to jack the car other than the pinch weld would be under the control arm. However, do you really want to take a risk at knocking your car out of alignment so you can place a jack stand under the pinch weld? Well, friends, in closing, I want to leave you with this parting shot of the car up on the lift stands. I think they're well worth buying. I think they're very, very safe. We've probably all had people that we know that have died because a car has slipped off a jack or fallen on them. When I close this video, I'll have some work to do under the car, and short of an earthquake, I'm going to feel very, very safe. So I thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Rick's Garage.